Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Let's do the whole darn weekend. Saturday, World Flour Day, Flour, like you used to make a cake and whatnot.
Yeah.
National Native HIV/AIDS Awareness Day, National Proposal Day, National Ravioli Day. I love raviolis, by the way.
I know you do.
National Corn Dog Day. I love corn dogs. National Quilting Day, and spring officially begins. Then, Sunday, March 21st, National California Strawberry Day, National Common Courtesy Day, which should be every day, National Countdown Day, National Fragrance Day, National French Bread Day. Heidi loves French bread.
I just love bread.
National Single Parent Day, and World Down Syndrome Day, Sunday, which is a great day to celebrate. All of those things are just awesome. That is all happening this weekend. And I've got a guest. Ben Hansen is going to join us. He is a host of a new show on Discovery Plus. It's called UFO Witness. I'm super excited to chat with Ben Hansen.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A new study claims that how happiness has little to do with how much money you have. Scientists explain people in communities where there is little cash are as content as those in rich societies. That's because it focuses them on other values, including the beauty of nature.
Okay.
So I can tell you I have never been rich, and I have often been happy. So I'm not saying that I wouldn't be happy if I was rich, but I'm saying I'm usually pretty darn happy.
Yeah, I think that money makes things a little easier, not necessarily happier,
Well,
but
I like
less to worry about.
The one time somebody was talking about, they said, I would love to try just crying on a yacht for a while.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, I suppose. A new survey of 2,000 Americans shows that half of office workers are looking for a new job because of their manager. 2 in 3 office workers, at 66%, believe the pandemic has negatively affected their relationship with their boss. So there you go. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. A Utah mother was arrested for allegedly making a video call while driving with her 2 young daughters in the back seat. She's 19, the young lady is, Gabriella Ann McKenzie. She was stopped by a detective after he saw her driving erratically. The detective pulled up next to her and saw that she was on a video call with somebody.
Oh, okay.
The deputy arrived at the scene for backup, and they asked to get her children, ages 2 and 8 months, out of the car so they could search it. Mackenzie refused, ended up taking her kids out of the car, as well as a brown bag that she hid in her waistband.
Oh, boy.
And that is when they found out that she had a reason. She was she was hiding cocaine. That's what was in the bag.
Boy.
Also marijuana and a bottle of liquor and other drug paraphernalia. Her parents later arrived at the scene, took her daughter and her car. The mother was booked into jail on charges of child endangerment, possession of cocaine, marijuana, and drug paraphernalia, among other things. Bad idea. That's what happens.
when you've got children...
Just don't do any of that stuff. None of it. None of it. That's what happens when your brain is on drugs.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by channelsurfertv.com. I'm quite confused by this story. Based on a bizarre true story, Elizabeth Banks will direct Cocaine Bear for Universal Pictures. It's a movie about a bear that swallowed a bunch of cocaine.
Okay.
The movie, based on a true story, comes from producers Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They made the Lego Movie.
Okay.
And now they're going to make a movie called Cocaine Bear about a bear that ate a bunch of cocaine.
Is this So it's based on a true story.
Based on a true story.
Is this for children?
I don't think so. I really doubt it. I just
don't know.
And moving on. The Queen's Gambit, Heidi and I both watched
Oh,
that.
it was amazing.
And they're going to turn that into a Broadway musical.
Oh.
How?
Oh.
I just don't. You watched that, right? Was there anything about that made you go, this needs to be a musical?
I would never, I can honestly say I have never watched anything ever and said, you know what this should be?
Somebody prancing
A
and singing.
musical.
Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of RedCrossBlood.org. Chipotle is launching a line of makeup with colors from their food.
What?
Because apparently somebody was eating a burrito and said, this would look good on my face.
Wow.
I don't know exactly why they decided to do this.
I
Other than, here we are promoting them for free. So that's probably why they're doing it. We should come up with a John and Heidi show line of makeup.
Oh, yes, we totally should.
You could look like John and Heidi. Okay,
yeah,
maybe not.
no.
A new report claims Amazon's... do I even say her name? Because that probably affects... So we're not going to say the name of that little device that listens every single day.
Okay.
The one that rhymes
But yeah, I
with
think
Alexa.
we know.
Oh, sorry. Anyway, a new a report claims that she could one day monitor the heartbeats of people in your home. So they're saying that this
that's
little
a little-
device... Yeah,
that's a
I'm
little
not sure how...
terrifying.
If you have something else you would connect to that would actually touch like your body and can, or if she can hear that well, that she can hear everybody's heartbeat.
Wow.
I don't really know. A Los Angeles stuntman has set out to bring business to his favorite Mexican restaurant by sitting outside in a pool of bean dip for 24 hours. How is that going to help?
I certainly wouldn't come any closer to the
idea.
place.
All I need is a swimming pool full of bean dip. We're going to get some folks here.
Gross.
A New Jersey, what is it here? Oh, New Jersey, the state, is getting a 6,000 square foot Nerf combat venue. That's kind of an interesting idea.
That's cool.
So they're going to have a Nerf combat. Now, I didn't even know that Nerf was still a thing. I remember when I was a kid, there was Nerf stuff. Is there still Nerf stuff? Must be.
Oh, yeah.
There wouldn't be a Nerf combat
No, there's
venue.
still Nerf stuff.
Well, Nerf stuff is cool if you ask me. Heidi makes fun of my shoes, and she referred to them one time as Nerf shoes. They're actually Crocs. But then after she called them Nerf shoes, I realized they kind of are. Crocs are just Nerf shoes, aren't they?
So
She's
they're
not a fan.
so gross.
She's not a fan of my Crocs. And I've got room for one more story. A TikTok video of a woman showing how her husband spent his extra time during quarantine has really gone viral, and a lot of folks are kind of checking this video out. I think our son absolutely needs to watch this, because you know what her husband did during quarantine?
What's that?
He went to their basement, and he turned it into an exact replica of a video rental store.
Oh, wow.
So when they wanted to watch a movie, they went to, wink, wink, rent some movies. They just went down and
That's
see comedy,
adorable.
a drama. Our son has
Our
enough
son
movies.
should absolutely do that.
Easily
Make a little
video.
theater room, and then
Yeah.
right outside of that is the video rental store.
So that's kind of
That's a
cool.
great idea. I love it.
It's a neat idea. He's got, there's a link here. It's in the show notes if you want to see it. But he's got kind of a cool setup there. That's in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Our guest today, Ben Hansen, is a former federal special agent and a paranormal investigator. He's got a new series. It's called UFO Witness. It's on Discovery Plus streaming service. Ben, what is it that first got you interested in this subject?
I was I was probably 5 years old when the movie E.T. came out. It's the first movie I remember seeing, and I kind of felt like I wanted to be Elliot, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of the movies inspired the interest. It went from there to reading books and cutting out newspaper clippings and putting them in my little scrapbook of every UFO sighting I could find. And then, as an adult, I was lucky enough to be able to do something like, hosting TV shows where I can go out to these iconic locations and events I probably never would have done before to investigate and try to add some value to the investigation.
Now, in addition to you hosting this TV show, you're a former federal special agent. So does that give you any special access to things?
Well, not access from my former, career. That I have the same access everyone else does. We file Freedom of Information Act requests and things like that. But the access we do have came from a UFO researcher named Mark O'Connell, who wrote a biography on Dr. J. Hynek. So he was in charge of, well, not in charge, but he's one of the main consultants of Project Blue Book. And so the Air Force's investigation into it, after many years, started to feel like he was only being used as a pawn to debunk cases. And it really irritated him. So after leaving, he started his own UFO organization, and we have access to a lot of his personal files. His personal research assistant, who recently passed away, we were able to sit down with her and really get into this stuff and reopen some of these cases, which was a really amazing opportunity.
The program is called UFO Witness. It's on the Discovery Plus streaming service. Are folks liking the episodes that are out so far?
It's Discovery Plus is a new streaming service, and so we were an original program on there, and it was really cool to turn it on, sit at home, and see that it's been trending. The network's been telling us that it's one of their top trending original shows, and I think mainly because the interest has really kind of exploded. It's in the news everywhere. People want to know. It's not just solely for entertainment like it used to be, and we only know it from movies. People I think are starting to realize that there's a real motivation and an interest of why it's important now. Why is it important, right? And when we see kind of, for example, the military chasing these things and the intrusions on our airspace, I think it's opened people's eyes. So we get a lot of good feedback about the show.
So it's undeniable to say that UFOs exist because the definition is an unidentified flying object. And there are objects that are flying that we don't know. So UFOs are undisputed. They absolutely exist. We just don't know what they are, right?
Yeah, they've messed with the terms quite a bit. And, they say UAP. A lot of people, I think, have just fallen back to the term UFO because it's the most well-known. And they use it interchangeably with alien, which I never do. You're exactly right. It's unidentified. I've seen them. I can't tell you who's flying them. But let's start out with that, and I hope people can, at some point all agree that the phenomenon itself is real and that it's not all easily explained. Once we start there, then let's talk about who's flying them and what they want.
Now, with all the classified information that was just declassified, does that make your job easier or more difficult?
Well, luckily, everyone I know in this field, we all kind of have our own little niche and we do our own thing, and we trust each other that they're going to kind of do the due diligence for us. For example, John Grunwald, who runs the blackvault.com, he's been responsible for a lot of this. He instigated the CIA dump that just happened here. So when you're talking of hundreds of pages to go through, it would be a really big task if it was each individual person doing it. So we kind of rely on each other to pull out the gold, and see what's there.
Ben, thank you for your time today, and thanks for doing this show, UFO Witness. I know there's a lot of interest in this topic.
Well, thank you. And then I hope everyone enjoys the series and that we get more momentum here. It feels like a public service announcement, but it's only through awareness and people really caring about it that I think we're going to get that kind of pressure for the government and what we're seeing in Congress. Really good stuff happening this year, so stay tuned. Let's see what happens.
Again, UFO Witness, it's on the Discovery Plus streaming service. All the info in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Your nostrils work one at a time. It says when we breathe in and out our nose during the day, one nostril does most of the work each time.
Really?
With the duties switching several hours, it says the nasal cycle is dictated by the same autonomic nervous system that regulates your heart rate, digestion, and other unconscious bodily functions. And the reason why is when our nose gets stuffed up, it does so one nostril at a time. So, like, I'm doing
That's lovely.
And just checking to see which one's working. Apparently both. And I'm going to go wash my hands. Thanks for listening. This is today's fun fact. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline England. A British man has broken the Guinness World Record, one that even he admits is kind of stupid. It is the, ready for this, fastest time to drink a Capri Sun. Yeah, he set a world record. According to Guinness, Declan Evans gulped the juice down in a record 16.65 seconds during the COVID lockdown last summer. I have never wanted to try a record more than this one. I'm going to try this one. You need to get me a Capri Sun.
You have wanted to be in the world's records book.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I have known you.
Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, that's how we met. I was working on a Guinness World Record at the time, and Heidi came over and she's like, hey, hubba.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what happened. I would have been making fun of you.
Okay, maybe that's a little more accurate. I think this is kind of cool, and it is. Hey,
do you really? Are you being silly?
No,
you think this is cool?
I'm going to get a Capri Sun and see how long it takes.
Gosh.
This is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A jobless son at the age of 41 is suing mommy and daddy in a bid to force them to pay his maintenance for life.
Wow.
Now, this gets even more interesting. Fazid Sudiki claims that he is completely dependent on his wealthy mom and dad, despite the fact that he is a lawyer. And he has a degree from Oxford University. He also tried to sue them, by the way. For 20 years, his Dubai-based parents have let him live rent-free at a $1 million flat that they own near London's Hyde Park. They also help cover his bills and other outgoings, but they want to slash the support following a family row. So there's like a dispute.
Sure.
And that is why he is battling them in a first-of-its-kind case, which could affect the rights of every UK parent. He reckons his entitlement to claim maintenance as a vulnerable grown-up child due to his health issues, and that's preventing this would-be violation of human rights, is what he's claiming. His mom is 69, dad is 71. They're giving him more than 400 euros a week. Their lawyer says that these long-suffering parents have their own views of what is suitable for provisions for their son. Anyway, this guy practiced at a top law firm, but he's been unemployed since 2011, and now he's going, Mom and Dad, you get to just pay my way for the rest of my life.
Nope.
Even though he's got a degree from Oxford and he's a trained lawyer.
Nope.
What a weird story.
Sorry. Bye-bye.
That's today's weird news, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for your moment of duh, brought to you by RedCrossBlood.org. A Florida woman was arrested for allegedly posing as a licensed plastic surgeon. She got caught when she botched a man's nose job. 56-year-old Alirica Jimenez de Rodriguez was in the middle of performing a procedure, a different one, when the police nabbed her mid-surgery. Investigators began probing this lady last month after a former patient contacted them about a messed up rhinoplasty. That's a nose job. The man, identified by the local outlets as Vincento Zurlo, said he paid $2,800 for a nose job, but it had to be repeated because it wasn't healing properly. After the second procedure, his nose was still deformed. That's when he went in and said, hey, can I see your medical license? Well, she didn't have one. She also does not have malpractice insurance.
Oh.
Yeah. So she's in a little trouble because she's also not licensed to practice medicine in the state. So who goes in and asks for that stuff after the fact? Find out ahead of time.
And I'm thinking a red flag for me would be only $2,000 for a nose job. That seems pretty
discountnosejobs.com. Just I don't know if
that's not necessarily something that you want to.
If that's really a website,
corners
it's
on.
literally just a joke. Anyway, Moment of Duh, brought to you by redcrossblood.org.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you peck out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Is It a Golf Course or Is It a Rehab Center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. Heidi, tell me, Fairbanks in Indianapolis, Indiana. Fairbanks. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center?
I'm going to say golf course.
You are sadly incorrect.
No way, really?
Fairbanks is a rehab center. For those of you who got it right, this golf clap is for you. Heidi, you don't get any golf clap
I
today.
know.
That is how we play. Is it a golf course or is it a rehab center? Brought to you by Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And I got to tell you, there's so many wonderful, amazing stories. Sometimes it's hard to find just the right one, but this story is just such a fun story as well. Here's the first thing. It always kind of starts out sad, like this. A mother's tearful message about an act of kindness at a party launches a viral challenge. So it says a small act of kindness by an employee at a place called Party City made a little boy's entire night and brought tears to mama's eyes. Natasha Cable Fogel said in a video message on Facebook she had taken her 2-year-old son to a place called Party City in West Virginia to get a Valentine's Day item for school. While they were in line, the cashier engaged in a conversation with her son and gave him a free balloon.
Okay.
Through her tearful Facebook post, that's when she said she wanted to connect with the cashier to thank her for what she'd done. What she didn't realize was the community would take a huge turn in this, and they would spread even more kindness, dubbing this the Yellow Balloon Challenge. A local law firm kicked off hashtag Yellow Balloon Challenge, sharing her post and telling people, hey, do this. If she can do this and make this big of an impact in this kid's day, they say hello to a stranger, shovel a neighbor's driveway, pay for the car behind you when you're getting donuts or coffee. Just make somebody else smile. The firm then paid $100 towards a stranger's account at Meals on Wheels and then challenged a local boutique to keep the Yellow Balloon Challenge going. And this thing just steamrolled out of control. And there's other videos with people literally with carloads of yellow balloons out doing nice things. And it all started because of one lady at one store and one little 2-year-old boy and a very happy mother who just went online to say, you know what? Thank you. You made my kid's night, and it was just the nicest thing. And there's videos and photos and all kinds of stuff. And if you just need a little pick-me-up, put a little pep in your step, you can find all of this. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.